Good afternoon, everybody. It is June 24th at 12:13 p.m. I actually got about an extra 2 hours of sleep, if that. So, like I said, I'll let you know a little bit about my childhood in this video, about where my crazy life began. I was born November 6th, 1985, in Hackettstown, New Jersey. I am a Scorpio, which they say are very strong-willed people, which some people would tend to agree I am. But I consider it just God's grace. But that's me. My parents are still together after 41 years. Their names are Kathy and Bowie. They are one of the best support systems I have with all my trials and tribulations I've dealt with in my life. And prior to this morning's video, I just found out I got test results back. I now have a blood clotting disorder. Yay. Like I said, what else can I deal with? But I'll get through it. I always do. So, like I said, I was born November 6th. I was born in New Jersey. Born and raised, lived there till I was 13. I was born with meconium, which basically means I wasn't breathing when I was born. But I survived that. Strong-willed or God's grace, you choose. I also was born with clicking hips. I had to wear 3 diapers for approximately about 3 days, even though the doctors said I was probably going to have to wear them for 6 months. Once again, God's grace, strong-willed Scorpio. Take your pick. I have 2 younger brothers. My brother Chris is 31, and my other brother Bobby, he is 22. My boyfriend Sean and I have been together since November of 2008, and we're still together to this day. I was a very clumsy child. Without a doubt, I probably had my mom pull her hair out more times than I can probably count to this day. I got stitches at 18 months old on my thumb because I got a window shut on it. I don't know if that was just stupidity or I just know I was saying goodbye to my dad because he was leaving for work. I had a thumbtack stuck underneath my tongue. I swallowed a pea. You name it, I've probably been there. Okay, so now from all the lovely sagas of the crazy life I lead. I suffered from chronic migraines since I was 3 years old, where I would scream in my bedroom that I just want to die. That's all I wanted to do. At 3 years old, my mom said it was the hardest thing to hear a child screaming. They just want to die. And there was nothing really you could do for chronic migraines for a 3-year-old, so you just suffer through it. At 5 years old, I was diagnosed with spinal bifida. Very minor form, not in a wheelchair. I can walk. I'm good. I do sometimes have little problems. Maybe that's partial my clumsiness. Like I said, it's very minor. But I do have knee problems. But to this day, sometimes I don't know if they're related. But I don't know. At 7 years old, I had my appendix rupture in January of 1993. Same day as my grandmother's funeral. It was supposed to only be a 20-minute surgery, but after 2 hours, the surgeon came out and told my parents that I might not make it through the surgery. But I guess less than a half hour later, story has it that the surgeon came out and said I was fine. One side of my stomach was filled with gangrene, the other half was totally abscessed. And my appendix literally ruptured in the surgeon's hands. I would have totally paid to see that. I really would have. As sad as that is, I just would have loved to have seen that. The surgeon had said to my parents in the 20 years of him practicing, he's never seen a case like mine. What a surprise. Okay, so that was early childhood. And I had gotten my period when I was 11 years old. And they were always very heavy and always irregular. I never knew when it was going to come. It was always like, surprise, I'm here. So I never knew what to do. But just always had pads on me because never knew. The whole 28-day cycle didn't even exist in my life. But that's how I didn't know I was pregnant. But we'll get to that later. So as I got older, I had tried Tylenol for my migraines. Never worked. To me, it was like taking Tic Tacs. And eventually went to the doctor. The doctor prescribed for me Topamax and Toprol. Still nothing would help. So then I finally started taking Excedrin. I started out with taking 2 to make it go away. Didn't go. So then I started taking 4 at a shot. Not the greatest thing to do. Do not recommend doing that. Still didn't touch it. So after a couple hours, I would take 4 more. Pretty much, I'd say within a month, I'd go through a whole bottle of the 100 tablet of Excedrin, and I would have migraines almost every other day, if not every day. It was hard to focus with school because of the migraines, hard to work because of the migraines, but I powered through it. Once again, strong-willed or God's grace, no idea. Now on to my knee pain. So, I had knee pain pretty much every time I would get my period. But I finally went to the doctor when I was like 14 or 15 because I could barely walk because of the pain. Doctor sucked it up to my weight. Well, weight, I really never thought of it being that. I am and was 5'2" and 3/4, but at the time I only weighed 145 pounds to 150. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was around there. So once again, just suffered through it. I never have to check the weather for rain or snow. My knee tells me so what it is. So yeah, there we go. So that's basically like the essence of my childhood, of what I started going through with a lot of pain. But it is what it is. I had a rough time dealing with pain through my knee, my migraines, and no answers. Except for, you have chronic migraines. Oh, you're overweight. 2 answers you never want to hear. But occasionally I would take Excedrin with some coffee, hoping that would help the migraines. But then I'd get bloody noses, so don't recommend. Don't take coffee and take Excedrin. It's not a good mix. So that is my vlog for today of that. Just an update. Either a little later or tomorrow I'll do another one from the time I was 18 to the time right before I got diagnosed as a diabetic. That's going to be a crazy whirlwind of a story, so bear with me as I go through it. And once again, like I said, this video is dedicated to my daughter, Marigold Ann Bosser, who passed away May 11th, 2021. She'll be my forever what if. Love you guys. Peace.